Hello and welcome back to Kritika Online. Now, me making a video on this game means a new class has been released. Yes, as you can see on your screen, the Prodigy was released a few days ago and I finally got around to playing around with her. Although, don't take that the wrong way because it is a generic little kiddie class that the Asian MMOs seem to love so much. But we're just going to ignore that and, of course, ignore the cash shop, which has some very questionable costumes in there, and focus on the class itself. So the actual abilities the Prodigy has are not very clear on what it will become when it gets to choose its advanced classes at level 15. It's all a bit wishy-washy. It's a mix of a melee class and a spellcaster at the start. So we have a hammer, which is basically you just swack an enemy for a lot of damage. We then have Ice Lunge, which will just move you forwards, dealing damage. We have Flamethrower, which will just burn everything, and yes, you can turn your character while using it. Number 4 is a Fireball, just creates a nice little boom and then a big blast of damage at the end. And number 5 is a Cyclone. It basically, you put it up, a small delay, and it sucks in all the enemies, dealing damage. And then last but not least, we have Force Orb. I don't like this ability because you need to hold it down in order for it to charge up and deal the maximum amount of damage. If you were to just lightly tap it, it just fires off a small little insignificant damage ability. That's all we have as our starting abilities. When we actually get to level 15, which is where I'll come back to later on in the usual fashion of these videos I do, I will take an in-depth look into the other two specs. Although I'm personally going to go for the more mechanic route because it looks great to have those giant guns firing like mortars and missiles everywhere. It just looks great. So how does the class play before we get our advanced classes? It's a little bit mixed because the abilities, they don't generally synergize too well apart from one little combo, which is we put a Tornado, press number 4, we press number 3, and we press number 1, and now the pack is dead. And you can see number 2, I don't like using it because all your other abilities rely on the enemies being in one spot. But if you press number 2, you're going to move them away from some of your very powerful skills, such as if I was to aggro these lot over here, activate Tornado, and then press number 2, there's a good chance that I'm going to move the enemies out of the Tornado. Now this guy survives, so let's just kill him. So yeah, it's a little bit of a mixed bag currently, although it does get the job done. But as for the other stuff in the patch, I will say that I'm very, very happy that they removed the fatigue system. Yes, I know the fatigue system is still there on the bottom bar, and you can see that I've used quite a bit today, but it doesn't matter anymore. That's the main thing. So I'll kill this enemy off and show you. So beforehand, this purple bar represented like an extreme experience increase, money increase, and rare item drops. And once that bar was gone, after about 200 different rooms, you'd then get a much lower experience rate, which really slowed down the actual gameplay itself and quite literally forced you to stop playing until the next day, or to go into the cash shop and fork out for an energy potion. But as of the Prodigy update, they've removed the experience effect and the gold effect from the fatigue bar, so it's purely for drops. That means you now get the full, I think it was like 1000% experience all the damn time whenever you do every dungeon, regardless of what your fatigue bar is. Which is fantastic. It was the one thing that absolutely killed the game for me, because at higher levels you did need to grind out quite a lot. Let's just dodge that. Yeah, at high levels you did need to grind out quite a lot, and having that fatigue bar basically meant that you could maybe do a couple levels, then you had to call it quits for the day, which was annoying because sometimes when you sit down and play this game, you want to play it for long periods of time, but the game just actively fought you against that. But now that's gone, I'm perfectly happy with this game. Although there was some questionable things in the patch note itself, like pay to win stuff, but I'm just not going to touch that because as far as I'm concerned, having that experience fatigue thing gone is one of the best things this game has ever done. So yeah, that is it for this video. It's just like a quick update, my opinions on how the Prodigy class is currently before I choose an advanced spec, and I will be back some point soon when I get to level 15 to talk about the actual advanced specs themselves and which one I'm going to go for. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another Kritika video some point soon. Bye bye.